What is going on, YouTube? Today in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Poco X3 Nfc. This was a really good budget mid-range phone in 2020. We're going to be taking a look at it in 2021 to see if it still lives up to the hype. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing. So turning it on the left side of the box, as you guys can see, it just says Poco X3 Nfc with easy access to all the Google apps that you must have. On the back there's nothing. On the right hand side it just says the same thing. On the front, more branding. I did go ahead and get the 8GB or the 6GB RAM 64GB model. I'll go ahead and throw the link in the description where I got this from. But the price for this phone is about $239 on Amazon Prime. I'll go ahead and throw the link in the description. Alright, let's go ahead and cut into this tape here. Right. On the top, as you guys can see, it just says Poco. Go ahead and pull this out. And it's actually a little pamphlet that comes inside of here. So looking inside the pamphlet, as you guys can see, there's your SIM ejection tool. And then it also comes with a user guide and a clear plastic case. Digging further into the box, we have the phone itself. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor, a 120Hz 6.7-inch Full HD display with a resolution of 308 pixels per inch, has a 64 megapixel camera and a 5,161 milliamp hour battery. Now for $231, that is a lot of bang for your buck, or you do have a lot of good mid-range specs here, especially the 732G, especially in 2021. It still runs pretty good, and even if you want to do some light emulation, it should be able to handle that just fine. Now inside the box, you also do have a 33-watt fast charger. This is actually the US plug this time around. Usually these come with a European plug and you have to use the little adapter, which in my eyes is kind of like dangerous, but you do have the 33-watt fast charger bundled inside of the box, which is always a good sign. So moving on to the phone itself, I did go ahead and opt for the blue one. It does have a little bit of heft to it. I think this weighs about 288 grams. On the back, you do have the Poco logo. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. On the back there, you do have the Poco branding. You have your 64 megapixel main camera, a 16 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 5 megapixel macro lens. You also have an LED flash. On top, you do have your speaker grill paired with an LED notification light. You got your cutout for your 16 megapixel front-facing camera. On the left side here, it's your volume rocker and your fingerprint scanner embedded in the home button. Let's go ahead and see if this has any juice in it or not. There you guys can see it says Poco. Looking at it off screen, the screen actually looks pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Just looking at it off screen, but I would have to dim the lights and get it in focus. So there's it turning on. On the bottom, you still do have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, along with the USB-C charging, microphone, and the speaker grill. And on top, you also do have another front-firing speaker. That's just a proximity light. The only reason why the camera is just picking that up, you don't see that in like real life. But on top, you do have still the IR blaster, which is right there. You have the other mic, and then embedded inside of the speaker grill, you have another speaker. So it is a dual speaker setup. And going on to the actual setup of the phone, let's get it all set up. Right, so upon setting it up, here we are back in it. It's a really nice slim design. It really doesn't feel too hefty in the hand if you're using another big mid-range phone or even a flagship phone from maybe 2015, 2016. You want to upgrade to this phone. This feels really good in the hand. I have that 120 hertz refresh rate enabled. It does come with 60 hertz enabled out the box, but if we go ahead and go into settings, and then we go into where it says display here, we can go ahead and enable 120 hertz, and as you guys can see, it is running pretty smooth. I do have a couple of apps downloading in the background. There are a couple of stutters here and there, but I haven't fully updated it yet, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys how the UI looks. As you guys can see, this is Android, I believe, 11 on top of the MIUI 12. So it's pretty much like a stock version of Android. There's a couple of bloatware apps that come pre-installed on here, unfortunately. Go ahead and take a look at the camera app here. As you guys can see, you just swipe up and then you're able to find the camera app. So let's go ahead and snap a quick picture here. Go ahead and allow. Let's see. Alright, as you guys can see here, just for a simple point and shoot, it really does get the job done. I did go ahead and take another one, and that was just a simple point and shoot. You guys swipe down, it does have like the different control panel. It looks like iOS a little bit there. But this was just a quick unboxing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.